Hi, today I will teach you the chapter Basic Geometrical Ideas. Let's start with the first topic, which is point. What is a point? A point is a dot. It has no dimensions such as length, breadth, or thickness. Examples of point are sharp tip of a pencil, tip of a needle, etc. Points are usually denoted by capital letters of English alphabet. Like I can denote this point as capital letter P. Now I will teach you the second topic, which is line, line segment and ray. First, what is a line? A line is a one-dimensional path which has no thickness and extends indefinitely in both directions. This is line AB. Line AB is written as AB and a line over AB. Line AB is same as line BA. A line can also be represented by small letters of English alphabet. Like this line AB can be represented as line L. Second, what is a line segment? Line segment is a part of a line and it has exactly two endpoints. This is line segment AB. Line segment AB is written as AB and a line segment over AB. Here the line segment AB is same as the line segment BA. Third, what is a ray? A ray is a part of a line which has a fixed starting point and extends indefinitely in one direction. This is ray AB. Ray AB is written as AB and a ray over AB. Here, ray AB is not same as the ray BA because in ray AB the fixed starting point is A and in the ray BA the fixed starting point is B. Now I will teach you the third topic, which is intersecting and parallel lines. First, what are intersecting lines? Intersecting lines are such lines which meet at a specific point. Here, the lines M and L are meeting at a specific point O. So, these lines are called intersecting lines. Second, parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Parallel lines are such lines which never meet even after extending them indefinitely on either side, and the distance between them always remains same. Here the lines L and M are parallel because they never meet even after we extend them indefinitely on either side, and the distance between them always remains the same. Line L parallel to M can be written as L, two standing lines, and M. Here line L parallel to M is the same thing as line M parallel to L. Now I will teach you the fourth topic, which is curves. What are curves? Curves are the figure formed without lifting the pen or pencil from the paper. These are some curves. There are three types of curves. First type is simple curve. It is such a curve which never crosses itself. Example of simple curve is A, C, D and E. Second type is closed curve. It is such a curve in which the terminal points meet. Here D, E and F are closed curve. Third type is open curve. This is such a curve in which the initial and terminal points do not meet. Here A, B and C are open curves. Now I will tell you something about closed curve. There are three parts of closed curve. First part is the interior, that means the inside part of the curve. Second part is the boundary, that means on the curve. And the third part is exterior, that means outside of the curve. In this closed curve, A lies in the interior of the curve, B lies on the boundary of the curve, and C lies in the exterior of the curve. Note that the interior of a curve together with its boundary is called its region. Now I will teach you the fifth topic, which is polygons. What are polygons? Polygons are simple closed figures which are entirely made up of line segments. These are some polygons. Now I will tell you some terms related to polygons. First term is sides. What are sides? Sides are line segments which join up to make a polygon. In this polygon, this is called a side because it is such a line segment which joins up with other line segments to make this polygon. Second term is adjacent sides. These are such sides which have a common endpoint. Here, these two sides of this polygon are adjacent sides because they have one common endpoint. Third point, which is vertex. It is the meeting point of a pair of adjacent sides. Here, this is the vertex of this polygon because this is the meeting point of these sides which are adjacent. Fourth term, which is diagonals. It is such a line segment which joins two non-adjacent vertices of a polygon. Here, this line segment is called a diagonal because it joins two non-adjacent vertices. There is a formula to find the number of diagonals in a polygon. That formula is n into n minus 3 divided by 2, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. Now let's apply this formula of finding the diagonals to the first polygon. Here this polygon has 5 sides. So we will put the value of n as 5. So it will be 5 into 5 minus 3 divided by 2. And 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, and 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So in numerator 10 will come and in denominator 2 will remain. And 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So we find out that there are 5 diagonals of this polygon. Now let's verify it. First diagonal, second diagonal, third diagonal, fourth diagonal, and fifth diagonal. So there are 5 diagonals in this polygon. So to find the number of diagonals of a polygon, we can use this formula. Now I will teach you the sixth topic, which is angles. An angle is formed when two rays share a common endpoint. Here, these two rays share a common endpoint. So this is called an angle. The rays which are forming the angle are called the arms of the angle, and the common point is called the vertex. All these points can be divided into three groups. First group is interior of the angle. It is the portion which is within the arms of the angle produced indefinitely. Here produced indefinitely is there because here a ray extends indefinitely in one direction, and the ray is the arm of the angle. Here point P lies in the interior of the angle. Second, exterior of the angle. It is the portion which is outside of the arms of the angle produced indefinitely. Here point S is in the exterior of the angle. Third, boundary of the angle. It is formed by the rays of the angle which meet at the vertex. Here point Q lies on the boundary of this angle. Now let's label this angle. Here this angle can be written as this. You should take a note over here that when writing the name of an angle, the vertex should always be written in the middle. For example, this represents angle A. Now let's practice some questions. First question. The basic geometrical shape having no dimensions is a first option is point. Point is the basic geometrical shape which has no dimensions. So the correct answer of this question is option A, which is point. Next question. Which of the following represents a line? Here, the representation of line can be written as the line. Here, the line is AB and a line above AB. Here, option B is the option which matches what I said. So, the correct answer of this question is option B. Next question. The length of which of the following can be determined? First option is point. The length of a point cannot be determined because point has no dimensions. So option A is incorrect. Option B, line. A line extends indefinitely in both directions. So the length of a line cannot be determined. So option B is incorrect. Option C, line segment. The length of line segment can be determined because line segment is a part of the line. So the correct answer of this question is option C, which is line segment. Next question. The number of meeting points of two intersecting lines is or are. Here there is only one meeting point of two intersecting lines. So the correct answer of this question is option B, which is 1. Next question. Which of the following is not an example of parallel lines? First option, railway track. Here railway track is an example of parallel lines. So option A is incorrect. Option B, opposite edges of a square table. This is also an example of parallel lines. So option B is incorrect. Option C, rays of sun. The rays of sun can intersect, so they are not parallel. So the correct answer of this question is option C, which is rays of sun. Next question. A part of a line with one end point and extending indefinitely in one direction is known as. Here they have given the definition and asking which option matches the definition. So let's check. First option is line. No, line extends indefinitely in both directions. Second option is line segment. Line segment is a part of a line and has two endpoints. So option B is also not the correct answer. Option C, ray. Ray is the part of a line with one endpoint and extends indefinitely in one direction. So the correct answer of this question is option C, which is ray. Next question. Which of the following can never be the number of sides of a polygon? First option, 5. Yes, the polygon which has 5 sides is called a pentagon. So option A is incorrect. Option B, 6. Yes, there is a polygon of 6 sides which is called hexagon. So option B is incorrect. Option C, 10. Yes, there is a polygon of 10 sides which is called decagon. So option C is also incorrect. And option D says 2. And there is no polygon which has 2 sides. So the correct answer of this question is option D, which is 2. Next question. Angle for the shaded portion in the adjoining figure is. Here they are asking the angle of the shaded portion over here. This angle they are asking. This angle is angle PQS. So the correct answer of this question is option C. Next question. Which of the following is not an open curve? What is an open curve? It is such a curve in which the initial and terminal points do not meet. Here, the initial point and terminal point did not meet. So option A is incorrect. Option B. Here also the terminal and initial point did not meet. So option B is also incorrect. Option C. Here the terminal and initial points did not meet. So option C is also incorrect. And in option D, the initial and terminal point meet. So option D is the correct answer of this question. That's all for this video. NCERT exemplar problems will be solved in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Thanks for watching.